jot down these coordinates and have Alkai send
Heard
some
what
men.
you did to Leon, okay, Deke?
He's
Please, man.
alive.
Come
Did
on,
he have
please.
my drug?
Shuai and Shinru exchanged a look, but didn't argue. They knew I was right. Xiaowan left without another word, the last bit of hope gone from her eyes. That night, the three of us were in bed together. Shuai mentioned quietly that she'd heard someone...
Deke, no. Please, we rode together, remember? You and me, we were friends.
But if you want him to stay that way, Alkai, you
Both
better
women pressed closer to me. They were
hurry up
grateful
and get
to
off his
stay.
ass. St. John out.
Then I heard a noise. I grabbed my
Hey,
bag.
Boozman, you there?
In the first pile by the
Crazy question. I have no idea where it came from. Thunder egg.
before she could explain, Woodlight appeared at
The kid I brought in.
bald, yellow-toothed old man.
Just trying to find a way to cheer her up. She mentioned him. Yeah, okay, thanks.
She curled up on the ground, protecting her face, but didn't move. When he got tired, he grabbed her ankle and started dragging her toward the gate, saying he was taking her home. I stepped in, told him he was from our village. He couldn't treat her like an animal. He looked me up and down, but she was blind. He could feed her however he wanted. Then his filthy eyes drifted to my window with Shuai. He licked his lips and suggested he swap them. He said Xiao was still a virgin. His eyes stuck on Shinru. The next thing he felt was the cold steel tip of my arrow pressing into his sweaty throat. I told him if he looked at my women one more time, he'd die right here. The old man stumbled backward and fell in the snow, terrified. I told him if I ever saw him in North Village again, I'd kill him. He reached toward Xiao Wang, ordering her to follow. I put an arrow into the snow an inch from his crotch. He screamed and scrambled away on all fours, shouting threats about his village coming for revenge. I told Shuai to bring the girl inside. I wasn't thrilled about it, but I couldn't just let that happen in my own yard. She ate like she hadn't seen food in days, because she hadn't. Last time I'd given her meat, she'd fed every bit of it to her dying grandmother, and kept nothing for herself.
Your big piggy needs professional help. You think you have Amazon Help AI?
Every bit of it to her dying grandmother,
Feels,
kept
yes.
nothing for herself. In a world where people kill each other over a mouthful of grain, that kind of selflessness gets you killed. I sat by the fire
Here it
watching
is.
her eat with her knees pressed together, sneaking frightened glances at me. Everyone was waiting for my decision.
Fuel,
I made up my mind.
yes.
You can stay, but I don't see people who don't wait. It'll be hard. If you don't want that, you can leave now. She jumped up
Needed
instantly, eyes alive for the first time. But she wasn't afraid of hard work. I told Shinru to
Done.
clean out the old room behind the couch, the one where my mother used to live before she died. Shinru practically dragged the girl out before I could change my mind. Shuai brought over a brand new quilt, bright red and thick. When Xiaowan touched it, she started crying. She'd never felt anything so warm. She walked to the doorway, kowtowed 3 times toward me. The 2 women gave her hot water, cleaned her wounds, and shared the fancy pastries Jean had given her. Xiaowan had never seen pastries in her life. She took one bite, tears running down her face, saying she wished her grandmother could have tasted something this sweet before she died.
Here we go.
Next morning, I woke up to the sound of scraping outside. Xiaowan was already up in the freezing cold, shoveling snow from the
Good.
yard in her thin clothes. When she saw me, she apologized for being too loud. I went back inside without a word, then came back out and shoved one of Shinru's new padded coats into her arms. She tried to refuse it, saying she couldn't take her sister-in-law's clothing. I told her to either put it on or get out. I wasn't feeding someone who freezed to death being polite. She flinched but took it. I could see she wasn't hurt by the harsh words. She understood. Underneath the roughness, she knew what I was doing. Back inside, both my women were watching me with those knowing smiles. Shuai asked why I always scared the girl when I was clearly being kind. I reached under the warm blanket and pressed my cold hands against her chest to warm her. She let me without flinching. I told her that if I was gentle about it, Xiaowan would feel like charity and never be comfortable. But if I made it seem like she was earning her keep, she could hold her head up. That was the only way she'd truly feel at home. Shuai looked at me like I was the best thing that had ever happened to her. I hoped I could keep deserving that way. That morning I grabbed my bow. The women packed dried meat, and Xiaowan stood in the yard wearing her new coat. finally not shivering. I told her
Look
we
at
were
that,
going to
90
the
bullets.
She
Yeah.
grabbed the quiver and supplies and followed me toward Blackwind Ridge without hesitation. I took Xiaowan up Blackwind Ridge to the spot where I killed the bear. The old pine tree with the arrow hole still guarded the blood. Behind it was the hidden trail he'd been trying to escape through. It cut straight into the mountain. I figured it led directly to their hideout. The tunnel took about 15 minutes to cross. When we came out the other side, the view opened up into a vast, snow-covered valley surrounded by peaks. Xiaowan spotted the bandit fortress in the distance. I pushed her down flat and told her to wave at the tunnel entrance. If she saw anyone, run. Don't look back. I crept up alone with my bow. The place was abandoned. General Shue's border soldiers had already swept through and cleared it out. Blood on wooden posts, wreckage everywhere, but no bodies in the open. I watched for half an hour before going. The fortress was bigger than I expected. Multiple buildings, and deep inside the mountain was a fully equipped food system. Storage rooms, living quarters, everything. It was like a self-contained little world hidden inside the village. The soldiers had taken anything valuable, but the heavy furniture and structures remained. This was exactly what I needed. A secret base. Somewhere to stash food and silver away from the prying eyes back in the village. I noticed people from our village and neighboring ones lurking near my house places. Word of the bear
Power's
had
off.
spread. My home
Figures.
wasn't safe for storing weapons. Then I heard an animal cry from deeper in the valley.
Locked tight.
What the fuck?
My home wasn't safe for storing weapons. Then I heard an animal cry from deeper in the valley.
Open.
I followed the sound
Fuck's
to
going
a
on
dark
here?
clearing and nearly had to clamp my hand over my mouth. Deer, an entire herd of them, grazing right
Oh,
there.
god damn it.
So that's
Fuse
where they
blown.
all live. For
Huge
years,
panels.
hunters had wondered why the deer population around Blackwind Ridge had vanished. They'd migrated to this hidden valley, which is also why the bandits never ran out of food despite being stuck on a mountain. I drew my bow and put an arrow through the fattest reptile. One shot, clean kill. I rushed in with my knife and finished it off. 100 pounds of prime venison. Deer meat tastes better than bear. The skin was valuable too, but what I really wanted was the blood. Deer blood is rich in minerals and salt compounds. My women had been showing signs of salt deficiency, swollen legs, and weakness. Deer blood could help until I found a better source. Then I noticed something strange about the ground. A large area had been dug up. No vegetation grew there at all, completely bare compared to everything around. I knelt down and picked up a white chunk of rock, touched my tongue to it. My whole body went rigid. Salt, natural salt deposit, a whole mine of it, right here in the mountain. That's why the deer congregated here. Animals seek out salt licks. That's why the bandits thrived for years. They had their own private salt supply. My hands were shaking. If I could refine this into proper salt, my family would never lack for it again. But I forced myself to calm down. In the Dacian Empire, salt production is a government monopoly. Private salt making is treated the same as treason. They'll execute the entire family. I could use it secretly for ourselves, but I could never sell it. I bared that excitement, hefted the deer onto my shoulders, and headed back toward the tunnel. What I didn't know was that someone was in
Ugh. What the fuck is this fuse panel thing?
After I left, she walked out to the salt deposit, picked up a piece of rock,
Guess
and
not.
tasted it herself. She smiled coldly and muttered something about me looking honest, but having bigger ambitions than I let on. I came back to the village at dusk with 100-pound deer on my shoulders. Every widow and old woman in Lone Village came pouring out to stare. Widow leaned near me,
Yeah, now we're in business.
shrieking so loud they probably
I'll
heard
let you do it.
I told her I'd give her a lift.
Okay. Let's see what we got in here.
Just to be sure she wasn't
What?
Then she lashed out
Huh?
Give it a simple
Neural
scope,
injector.
ma'am. You
Let's see if it
must
still
return
works.
to your vehicle. We will get to it. And me. For 12 hours, I've got two sick children in the back. We need...
Apparently, my wives have been worrying I was wearing myself
Was
out.
about
We
due for a
don't
flu
have
shot.
any water.
I dropped the
Steal
deer in the yard.
water, ma'am. You must return to your vehicle now. Eddie, you got some bottled water? Give it to her. Give it to her. Thank you. Okay.
Both my women
Go back
have
to
been
your
showing
vehicle.
swollen
Yes, letting more through very slowly.
Then I skinned and butchered it right there in
Thank
front
you.
of everyone. I tossed
I'm
Leela's
sorry.
body.
I'm so
She hugged
sorry.
it like a baby. I was driving around.
What's going on? What's wrong?
She was living safe,
Lied to her.
better than the dead village.
They're not letting
Water
anyone
was
else through. The
The
refugee
rest of the
camp's
village
full.
stared at the remaining
What are we gonna do?
wolves. Someone whispered that Shane was trying to
Man,
open
what are you talking about? I don't understand. No! No, no, no!
He stood up and announced that every household in Mill Village was getting a share.
Oh,
The
Jesus
crowd
Christ.
stood full.
So
Chow
many
One
people.
jumped in front of him, spread her arms, and yelled at everyone to form a line or get none. They obeyed instantly. That girl was already earning her keep. I gave away everything except the blood. That girl was already earning her keep. I gave away everything except the blood. Within an hour,
Open
smoke
it
was
up.
rising
It's okay.
from every chimney in the village. The smell of cooking filled the air for the first time in years. It almost felt like the old festival
Bet you're
days.
here for your bike,
Why
right?
asked me over dinner why I gave so much away. I told her that being the only family with food makes you a party, shared around, and people feel grateful instead of jealous.
Deke,
What I didn't say was the evil population.
I need you to go
If
after
everyone
some.
in the village had some strength in their bodies, they'd be more willing to stand together if outsiders came looking for trouble. And most importantly, I found the Deer Valley salt. I had a renewable source now. I could afford to be generous. That night, I just bathed
I
in
help
warm
you?
water. My whole body was
Oh,
burning
job in
with
progress.
passion, and both
Come on, let me
legs
walk faster. I can't
and
move.
bones
You
started
fucking.
playing outside. I pulled on a
Uh,
government officers had come from the front
Hey, a
door,
deacon, right?
gathering everyone in the square. Blue and
Ooh,
pale.
bike looks
Last
pretty
time they
beat
showed
up.
up, Benny.
Let me
Used to
have a look
drag
at
men
it.
off the door.
Okay,
The
then.
lead officer announced that a dangerous prisoner had escaped from the criminal women transport. A former border military commander named Schwett.
See?
He said she was highly skilled in combat, had killed countless enemy soldiers, and ordinary men
Yeah.
couldn't match her. Anyone who spotted her should report her. My stomach tightened when I heard her.
Wait a sec, I
Just
got
days
it.
ago, she'd been in that cage at the conference. Now she'd broken through. I kept my face warm, turned around quietly, and went home. After the officers left, their torches faded down the road. I didn't know that up on Flatwood Beach. Brett Harmon was standing on the mountainside watching me go. Third saber, ice cold as snow. She looked down at my house one more time. Her lips curling into a big smile. Then disappeared. She knew about the salt. She watched me discover it. And now she was living in the abandoned camping quarters that had been
Like that!
after they shot. She went to prison. And the real reason was different. When I was about to be heard of that sentence, I dared
Deacon St. John of Salome Hot Springs. Tuck, you there?
Yeah, Deke, I'm here.
Hey, I'm at that location where the girl was last seen. Looks like they got hit by a swarm. If she was here, probably not much chance she's still alive.
Fine with last
If she
night's announcement about
is,
Sweat
go
House.
find her. Tuck her
Good
out.
idea. He was highly excited. I went in anyway. I needed that salt. On the other side, I spent 2 full hours lying in the snow watching the Indian fortress for any sign of her. Nothing. Either she'd left or she was better at hiding than he was. I decided to take a risk. I hauled a 40-pound chunk of salt rock back from the fortress down to work. Crushed it into powder with the back of my hand. Dissolved it in water, let the sediments settle. Filtered it through layers of cloth, then boiled it with resistance. The whole process took most of the day. The result wasn't great, still a bit bitter,
Oh,
but it was
goddamn it,
already better
s'mores.
than anything you could buy. I sprinkled some on my remaining deer meat. The difference was incredible. I figured the problem was not enough ash in the process, layers of cloth to filter. Next time I bring more supplies. Maybe even borrow some of my wife's undergarments for finer filtering. Tighter weave would work better. I was so pleased with myself, mentally planning improvements, that I completely dropped my guard. Something slammed into the back of my skull. Everything went flat. When I opened my eyes, I was tied to a wooden plank, spread eagled on the ground. A familiar cold voice asked me where I'd learned to refine salt. Wehani was sitting by a fire in the corner of the cave, roasting my leftover deer meat on a saber, tasting myself. She was wearing a dark green robe. Roasting my leftover deer meat on a saber, tasting myself. She was wearing a dark green dress, hair tied up behind, looking every bit the warrior. Except now she was a creature instead of gentle. She said the salt wasn't bad. Then she asked how I was treated. I told her she was the one who should be worried. She was a runaway criminal. They thought they'd break her legs. The word criminal hit in her. She stormed over, pressed the blade against my neck, telling me to say it again. I didn't back down. I told her the Schwepp family was finished. Her father had been detected, and I knew she had a brand on her chest. Every criminal woman gets the character before, guilty, burned into her skin in a hot iron. Under Dapian law, branded women ranked lower than merchants, lower than livestock. Her lips were bleeding where she bit the teeth. She was shaking with rage, but I could see the pain underneath. She raised the saber over my head, said she'd changed her mind about me. She was going to kill me. I stared up at her and said if she'd wanted me dead, she would have done it while I was unconscious. She needed something from me, and we both knew. The blade hung in the air above my head. I clenched up when she swung that blade down, but it stopped 3 inches from my throat. I let out a breath and switched to my tremulous voice. I told her if she killed me, my wives would report me missing, and the whole mountain would be crawling with soldiers by now. We were at a stalemate. I knew her secret, she knew mine. Neither of us could afford to blow the other up. She wasn't stupid. She'd been watching me since I entered the tunnel that morning. She'd noticed the cloth I'd wrapped around my feet to hide my tracks, and how I'd waited 2 hours in the snow before moving. She admitted those skills impressed me. I asked what she wanted. She laid it out simply. She'd keep quiet about my illegal salt operation if I kept quiet about her hiding place. Don't bother her. She wouldn't bother me. I agreed immediately. She got suspicious at how fast I said this. I pointed out that if I wanted to turn her in, I could have brought soldiers if not. She accepted that, but warned me. If I broke my word,
Okay,
she'd come down
let's
from
take
the
a look
mountain
around.
and kill my entire family before they caught me. I
Watch
stood
your
up to
way.
leave, but stopped. She was wearing nothing but a thin silk robe in the middle of winter
Might
and
be
frozen.
here somewhere, right?
I took off my padded coat and tossed it on the table, told her to take care of herself, because getting sick up here could kill her. She reached for the coat and collapsed. Her eyes rolled. She broke into a sweat. She crumpled to the ground. I checked her forehead. She was burning up with heat. I had some herbs nearby that I thought might help her. Wasn't sure they would, but I poured them into a dark green soup and tried to pour it down her throat. She was unconscious and still clenched in my Everything I poured was with her. I looked at the herbs, looked at the eyes.
Yeah, let's stop.
Laughed out loud that I
Come on!
absolutely what I was about to do was ridiculous. No disrespect. Then I took a mouthful of it, tilted her head back, pressed my mouth to her. Snapped open. She saw my face encased in hers, felt the liquid sliding down, and in one explosive motion, laughed me so hard across the face and sides layers. I sat there holding my swollen cheek while she cuddled me together, face blown red, looking like she wanted to roll her knees and cry in her ears. She demanded to know why I kissed her. I told her I was saving her. She said she never did. I told her crazy to grab her. I told her she was on her own for all. She slowed down. I got some. After a while, she poured herself a bowl of medicine. She drank it despite the bitterness.
Yep.
They're bounties.
Fuckers. Ugh. Ugh. Fucker.
Not the controlled, angry kind. The deep, broken kind. The sound of someone who'd been holding everything together finally anything. That's when I walked away. She needed that release. People have to let the grief out before they can think clearly about how to handle it. On the walk home, I thought about my own past life. My parents divorced. My grandfather died. They left me sports cars and I sighed to myself.
Dude, the Lich King.
Rich. I had absolutely nothing. Tragically, back home, I mixed my half-finished salt into a pot of pure stew. Shuai tasted the broth and her eyes went wide. It wasn't bitter. It was salt. She never noticed me. Having grown up in the Asian house, she asked where I was. I told them I'd traded a rat chicken for a pound of lunch. But the strangers was best any of us had ever seen. At night while my wife was up there, I couldn't stop thinking about Schwen.
Down you go!
Fuckers.
Next morning, I went back. When I touched her forehead to check her temperature, she woke up swinging her saber at my throat. Even half dead with fever, her reflexes were up and down the street, left her alone to go work on the salt. This time I figured out the missing piece. I mixed in a specific type of clay powder to absorb the impurities from the water. When the water boiled down, what was left in the pot were fine crystals, real salt. I brought some to Shue Honi and asked her to taste it. She'd grown up wealthy, knew what quality salt was. She touched a crystal to her tongue and her eyes went wide. She couldn't believe I'd actually done it. I was so excited.
Actually, I think this has more durability.
She told me to shut up and let her rest.
Yeah,
I tried to check her fever again. She exploded, grabbed her saber, and screamed that if I touched her, she'd kill me. She remembered the mouth-to-mouth medicine incident.
Oh, Jesus, looks like the swamp
I
tore
told
him
her she was
apart.
being ridiculous, and if she didn't let me help,
like,
she'd
what
die.
am I supposed to be
She said
doing?
she didn't trust folk remedies and told me to get lost. Fine, I said. Not my problem. I turned to leave. She collapsed
Say
on
Rose.
the stone floor behind her.
Who the
Sighed,
fuck's Rose?
picked her up and carried her to the wooden bed. Then came the hard part. Mine, folk remedy, for breaking a stubborn fever involved treating pressure points on the back and neck, which meant I had to open her clothes. I untied her waist sash carefully. Her robe slipped off her shoulders, revealing. Well, everything was wrapped tight with cloth bandages, but even bound up like that, the sight nearly knocked me over. I forced myself to focus and worked on the pressure points of all her
Ugh.
When she woke up later, she immediately noticed her sash had been retied differently. Felt the stain on her back.
Rose?
Her neck,
Rose Allen,
her
right?
weapons were on my side of the cave. Her arms.
Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. See, I'm not with those
She
assholes.
asked what I'd done. I told her I'd saved her life. She asked if I'd opened her clothes.
Damn it, I'm
I
here to
admitted
help.
I had, but swore I hadn't done anything inappropriate. She went completely berserk.